I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. College! Don't know much about it. I got an F on my college application.
You all right?
The first person in my family to pretend to go to college.
Look, I know that beer pong is a thing, and that if you're smart enough to get into a really great school, you'll be in debt pretty much until your first required prostate exam. I, on the other hand, didn't go to college, so I have no college debt. Instead, I was even dumber and got divorced. Way more expensive.
Why'd I get mixed up with that bitch?
Because she got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
College is a good thing if you find something you love. And if you go to an elite school, you will learn the secret handshake.
Give me some.
And how to sail. And then you'll join the Illuminati, and then you can be in the meetings with the aliens to stop the comet that will destroy us all. I'm looking at you, Harvard. The best of the best. Well, Harvard University was sent a letter by this man who, in a million years, couldn't get into Harvard University. I mean, he would have been stopped at the gate, strip searched, and sent to a community college in Springfield to interview for a job as the janitor. So, due to the fact that Harvard is the learning center of our country and has produced Presidents John Adams, John Quincy Adams, Rutherford B. Hayes, who? Shut up. Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, Barack Obama, and George W. Bush. Nobody's perfect. Look, Harvard was told by Sweet Potato Hitler and the minions that Harvard needed to change their curriculum, and Harvard needed to start teaching about stuff that these guys care about, Jewish space lasers, and how horse dewormer cures AIDS, and that AIDS was a hoax sent to us from the gay dolphins that are lying about climate change, which doesn't exist. Get on that, Harvard! Change your curriculum or lose your money. And Harvard said, no. Yesterday, Harvard listed the Department of Education, Department of Justice, General Services Administration, the Department of Energy, the National Science Foundation, Department of Defense, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the HHS, and the National Institute of Health as defendants in a lawsuit. Harvard sued Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Pam Bondi, Lisa McMahon, and Peter, I'm not an alcoholic, but I play one in the Pentagon, Hegseth. All these dingleberries are being called out by Harvard. And just so you know, people, Harvard University is one of the world's oldest and most exclusive and spectacular brain farms on the planet. And sure, they produce a dipshit once in a while, but who doesn't? Some dipshits whose daddy's paid to get them in, but because this douche didn't get in, even if his daddy paid, we know Harvard has some standards. Some students from Harvard, Oppenheimer, FDR, Teddy Roosevelt, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Michelle Obama, Colin Jost, and Conan O'Brien. And then these twats too. So it's not all greatness. However, when it comes to excellence, Harvard has the best medical school. They invented anesthesia, which I still can't even spell. Anesthesia, wee! The smallpox vaccine, the electrocardiograph, cancer research. They're leading it. Their first detected syphilis, which means the girls at Harvard really put out. Heart valve surgery, and the first pap smear, because again, Harvard girls will do the nasty as long as it's on a yacht. They invented the MRI. They helped stop AIDS. They invented gene therapy, and on and on and on. And as much as it annoys me, Harvard, which has been here since 1636, 1 year after the Titus family got here. And what bothers me is none of us ever got in. I told you they have standards. But you know what else Harvard has? A law school. One of the most prestigious on the planet. It is the oldest continuously operating law school in the United States. It is home to the largest academic law library in the world. They have produced 17 Supreme Court justices, and this 34-time convicted felon, bankrupt, tax cheat rapist is going to sue them? Just when you think he can't be dumber, he brings the heat. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. He sued Harvard. Harvard law is literally like the gold standard of law, and he took on Harvard. It's going to go great. I love that Harvard said, blow me. We're going to take you to court. Really? Nothing should scare you more than being taken to court by Harvard.